A lot of people don't seem to understand what it means to spoil a movie. A lot of you guys make tutorial suggestions on things that will spoil the movie. You guys, I'm going to say it right now, I'm not going to do any tutorials on things that are not in the trailers. If it's not in the trailers, it's meant to be a secret. It's meant for you guys to find out when you watch the movie. So I'm not going to reveal it for you guys. So please understand that. And again, no spoilers in the comment section. What is going on, Draw 2 crew? Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial, and you guys have been asking for this for a while now, so let's finally do Scarlet Witch as she appears in the MCU, I guess. On this channel, I make a lot of step-by-step drawing tutorials of your favorite fictional characters, so if you guys like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, make sure to hit that notification bell as well, and don't forget to like this video afterwards. You guys, I don't really have much to say about Scarlet Witch without spoiling anything, so I just want to say that I enjoyed the way that she was introduced in Age of Ultron, I enjoyed her in Civil War, and I enjoyed her in Infinity War, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Elizabeth Olsen, if you guys didn't know, by the way, is the sister, the younger sister of the Olsen twins who appeared in Full House. So there's a fact. Alright, so before you start, be sure to read the description of this video. Down there, you'll find a list of my drawing tools, some tips to succeed in your drawing as you're following this tutorial, how to make tutorial suggestions if you have any, and best of all, a link to a free coloring page that is based on this tutorial. And having said all of that, grab your drawing tools, let's draw Scarlet Witch. Hey, what's up guys? Let's get started with our Scarlet Witch tutorial. You guys have been asking for this for a while. Let's go ahead and get our paper in landscape mode. Although it really doesn't matter how you guys want to orient your paper because it's going to be a squarish shape. So I'm going to draw my line going down the center first. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do because it is going to be fairly symmetrical from left to right, mirror image of each other. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is draw a circle right around here. So I'm going to leave a bit of a space up at the top. We're going to draw the hair a little bit taller. But a circle with the center line going right down the middle of that circle, right here. Okay, there you go. That, of course, is going to be the face. Now, don't worry about making that face looking like Elizabeth Olsen, because that is not the goal of this tutorial. The goal of this tutorial is to draw the character of Scarlet Witch. So here, I'm drawing the sides of the face now, and then the jawline and the chin part. So here we are. That is it right there. So if you guys are looking for the reference photo for this, I have that in the description down below. Okay, so two lines going down, fairly thin because it is a female figure, and females tend to have necks that are skinnier than, you know, the male counterparts. So there we go. I usually have my tissue with me to wipe, but I don't. So yeah, this is that reference photo that you guys can take a look at down below. Okay, so now let's draw the shoulders, and the shoulders are going to be covered. So, I mean, the neck is just going to be fairly thin, and kind of right where the jaw is, that's where I want to start the shoulder pads. And the shoulder pads are fairly straight, they slope down like this, and they're fairly symmetrical from each other, and they're straight lines. And I do want to end it off like right here is good, from the, like this far away from the face. So here, but that far from the face, that's kind of how I want that neck to go. Okay, so sorry, shoulder. Okay, just grab those two. There we are. That is our shoulder line. So we're gonna keep that in mind. So you don't want to make this too broad. Yeah, you don't want it to slope down this much. So just that much is fine. Okay, about this far down is where we're going to draw the chest, and here's going to be the collarbone. Okay, the collarbone is going to be two straight lines from this point to that point, more or less, and a little bit below that, that's going to be the chest. So we're going to draw the chest as a line like this, and then maybe another line going across right here. That's kind of where I want that general area to go. You don't want it to go too low now. You do want to keep that in mind, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of shape the jacket, okay? And then, like, if you were to draw the actual body of Scarlet Witch, I keep wanting to say Scarlett Johansson. I'm sure I'm not the only one with that issue, okay? There we go. That's sort of the body that we want. going down, sloping down. See this, like this triangle part right here where you got the shoulder part of the jacket. The jacket's got some padding on the shoulders right here, so that's kind of what we're going for. Okay, so here's the chest area, so I'm just going to round this off so you guys kind of have an idea where the chest is going to be. Okay, and now kind of have that right around here is where I'm going to end her corset. I don't know what to call this, but this part right here, that's kind of where I want it to go. Now you guys can see that this sort of goes inward like that. It goes in. So that's kind of what we're going to try to do. So that's where we want that corset to go. And you want the shoulders, if you look at my reference photo again, you want the shoulders to be broader than the waist. So the waist is going to be narrower than the shoulders. I might actually want to make those shoulders even broader. And now it's just a matter of erasing. Let me just grab my eraser here. It's been really hot in Bangkok, so my eraser actually has a tendency to melt. Okay, so you guys can probably notice that I've got my waistline narrower than I do the shoulders. Okay, so that's kind of what we want. Okay, right here is going to be the crotch, and then just a tiny line going across, and you got this going like that. Okay, this is kind of where we want the waist to go. But of course, this corset goes further than the waist. But if you imagine the waist being there, then you guys can kind of picture. Let me bring that line a little bit higher. You guys can picture where the crotch is going to be. Okay, so here and here. So I'm just bring that a little higher. There you go. Okay, it looks a little broad for now, especially considering the size of the head, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the head so that it is a little bit bigger. That's not a problem, it's just a matter of increasing the size. We are going to fill up the top of the head with hair, so the hair is going to go up to there. Okay, and then remember, this is all kind of be covered with the jacket, so I'm not too worried about how it's going to look for now. Okay, so there we go. General body shape of Scarlet Witch. Again, I was going to say Scarlett Johansson. Okay, there. And now we're going to draw the arms. The arms are going to be, this one kind of goes straight down, like that. And this one kind of goes a little bit more forward. Okay, so here's the waist. So if I extend this line going out like this, that's kind of where the elbows are going to be. This one a little bit higher, and this one kind of up to that line. Okay, so make sure that these arms are roughly the same size. So I'm just going to increase them. And for you guys, if you're like this part of your arm is going to be covered by the, like if you don't see that part because of the way that you have this drawn, if you don't see this line, that's completely fine. Mine is kind of almost up against the side. Okay, so that's kind of where I want the arm to come out. Now this one goes pretty much across like this. This one goes a little bit lower, so it's not quite symmetrical there. There and there. Okay, and then right here is where I want it to end, and right there as well. So those are our arms. Okay, now let's draw the actual jacket part. So imagine the jacket kind of goes behind the neck, and the neck goes down a little bit lower. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to, you see where this curve goes inwards, find like this part right there. Okay, we're going to do that, and then sort of comes out where the chest is. It curves this way. Okay, right here, pretty much a straight line. Where the chest is, you see a little bit of rounded going this way, and then going into the neck again, right there. So you guys notice that jacket, like the lapel of the jacket is going to be fairly thick. So it sort of goes behind her like this, so you guys can see it there. And I apologize I haven't zoomed in or anything because, well, I'm kind of drawing the whole big picture first. All right, now let's bring this out. We're gonna have it actually come out further, about making this triangle right here out of the leg. So it's gonna come out like that. Okay, and then start here again. Make another triangle going out, flowing out like that. Okay, and then here I'm just going to extend it out like this. And if I do that, then you should have that side of the jacket. Just fixing this so that it goes like this. And there you go. Okay, right here I'm going to make a triangle like this. And this is going to go inwards into this line here. Okay, now we have this part right here, which just comes out. Here's the waist, and this is just going to come out like this. Okay, so if I do that, then you should have part where the jacket goes. There you go. Not bad. Now I'm just going to, I find that the waist is a little too big, so I'm just going to fix up the size of the thighs here. And there we have it. Okay, so there's our Scarlet Witch. The hand is fairly complicated, as you guys can see here. We can actually cheat a little bit by kind of just covering it up with a bunch of these magic effects. So we might be able to do that. If you guys want to do that, then it's just a matter of just like drawing these circular balls of like energy. We'll see how it goes actually. So it'll be like that, and you know, different effects. We can have it kind of flaming up as well, because you know, it actually is different. It's not that consistent. Well, it is consistent, but they portray her powers in different ways. So sometimes it's like flaming, sometimes it's like these magical balls of like smoke and whatnot. Okay, so there's our Scarlet Witch. Let's zoom in, let's do the face. And again, like I keep saying, we're not going for looking like Elizabeth Olsen here. So that's not the point of this. Okay, line going across right here, kind of not quite the center of the circle, but about that much. Okay, right here is kind of where I want the nose to go. And then the mouth is going to be right here. Just going to draw the mouth shape. That. And then like this. So it's kind of a hexagon shape. Kind of hard to draw, especially if you've got like a pencil that's not sharp. So try to get as sharp a pencil as possible. Okay, so here's our center line, kind of just fixing it up. Okay, now I'm going to draw a bit of a V shape for the nose, just a tiny one like this, right along where that circle is. And then I'm going to kind of draw like these circles to indicate the nostrils. Okay, and you just really have to just get these right. So I might have to draw the nostrils first, because I want to make them as circular as possible, and then just draw the V that goes in between. Okay, sides of the nose, one here, one over here, and already it looks a lot bigger than the actresses, right? So again, like I'm gonna go for one more pass at it just to get it a little bit better, but again, we're not going for complete accuracy here. Okay, there we go. Now the eyes, I'm going to draw, sort of finding my nose a little bit leaning too closely to this side, so I'm just going to readjust it a bit. Okay, eyes are going to be right here, so I'm just going to draw two curves like that first, and then a straight like here and here. Okay, right along the eye line there. And this is the part that's also tricky. Like drawing the face is tricky on its own, and this is the kind of thing that would require like its own tutorial. So just gotta make sure that everything is center, otherwise everything will look odd. And there we go. For now, that's okay. Okay, here's the lip part. Top lip, like this. Now in Endgame, you do see Scarlet Witch, and when she's all fully powered up, her eyes glow red. I don't think that's a spoiler, because, I mean, we all know that Spider-Man's coming back, so we kind of assume that everyone's coming back, right? I hope that wasn't a spoiler for you guys. Okay, now the lower lip, it's going to have a bit of a gap. The lower lip's going to be right here. Okay, so it's just a matter of getting all of this centered. Mine's not quite centered. So I'm just going to try to fix it so that it looks more centered. It's that nose, actually. I think I might have to readjust the nose. Now, see what I mean? This is the difficulty of doing everything live. Live in camera. You mess up. Like I've drawn this once and it looks fine when I drew it the first time, but when it comes down to recording it, it's difficult. So here's why I struggle. Okay, I just made that a little bit smaller, and that's okay. She looks a bit Asian here, but here's the drawing that I did initially, and I think she looks a little bit better there. You know what I mean? So results may vary. All right, so here we go. A little bit of that above the eye there. And then eyebrow, thin eyebrows, like that. Okay, this one's got a little bit of a sharper tip at the top, but this one's kind of rounder. Okay, are we done? Not quite. Let's make the face a little bit less rounded, or sorry, more rounded and less angular. And of course, let's also give Elizabeth Olsen some cheekbones. There you go. You can do like a powered up Scarlet Witch, which was what I was trying to say earlier. More powered up Scarlet Witch with just like glowing red eyes. But now let's draw the pupils. She's looking straight ahead. When you draw the pupils, they tend to, well, when they're looking straight ahead with just a neutral face, they tend to not touch the lower line of the eye. There you go. Give her some nose bridge right there. This thing here, which I still don't know what it's called. A little bit of this line right here. And I think that's okay. If you zoom out a little bit, then we can kind of figure out where the hair goes. She looks kind of silly without any hair. Now here's the, what do you call it? The hair line. So now we're going to have to add some hair at the top. She's got a bit of a part, not quite centered, but right here. Okay, so here's the top. And now imagine this kind of going, flowing this way and this way off to the side. Now, actually, little bit of tip while you guys are drawing the hair. This right here does not look natural. You kind of want the hair shape to kind of follow the head as well. So right there. Okay, so you don't want it to puff out this far out. So you want to make sure that you make that a little bit thin as well, so that it looks like, you know, so so that it's not puffy like an 80s haircut or something. Okay, so there you go. I made the forehead. The forehead is kind of big, so I kind of shrunk it down, reshaped it so that it looks a little bit nicer. So it looks like this. And this one, you got a little bit of hair kind of going over top of it, like that, okay? So let's kind of layer out the hair now. So let's start over here. I like to start where the hair part goes So right here, this kind of goes like this, off to the side right here. So I'm just drawing that bit of hair, and then you got this bit of layering. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So it's all about drawing layered hair, you guys. Okay. And then there you go. This goes up at the top, and I'm just going to draw some lines that go to the top like this. And then right here, this goes kind of over the shoulder a bit, but for the most part, the hair goes out like that. Okay, and then right here, it's kind of dark. Forgot to mention, you do see a little bit of her ear. Kind of forgot the ear earlier, but you see it a little bit. The top of the ear would be where the eye is. And the ear is going to go up to there. So you see the ear a little bit over here. Not sure if she's wearing any earrings. Would you wear earrings to a battle? I don't know. So I'm just not going to draw any earrings. Okay, there's that part right there. Okay, and then the ear part right here. I'm just drawing the bottom part of the ear because the top part is going to be covered. So I'm drawing like this, like that. And then this goes outward like this. Okay, and then some hair going in. This right here is pretty darkened, but pretty much the hair goes down like this. Okay, now let's just fix up that hair and add some layers going outward. Okay, and then flowing. And there we go. Again, you guys, does it look like Elizabeth Olsen? Not really, but I'm okay with it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because it will take a while. And if I really wanted to, then I would focus on the face a little bit more to make it look like Elizabeth Olsen, but I'm not worried about it because that's sort of, well, that's not what we're going for here. Okay, there you go. And there you go. So there's the hair. Was that all in camera? I actually haven't been paying attention. All right, there we go. So it sort of covers the shoulders a bit. There. I think the face is a little bit too long. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, so now let's draw the coat. There you go. So the coat and the corset. I think that's what it's called. Okay, so here we have like our lines for the chest. So I'm going to kind of just start here. I'm gonna grab myself another pencil actually. A little bit below that chest line, I'm going to draw the corset underneath. So it sort of goes towards the jacket lapel, and then it starts going up. Okay. I'm going to erase this part right here. Add a little bit of a line. That's the chest line. There's a diamond shape just above it right here. It's like a locket or necklace, and the necklace goes to each side of the neck there. Okay. Just fixing that neck there. The collarbone. Add some necklines here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we've got this part, and I'm just going to shape the inside here, get it nice, because there is some detail that we're going to have to draw. So just getting all those lines nice and smooth and darkened. I'm going to double up here because it's going to be a lot of seams. That's a seam, and right here I'm going to double up as well. Okay, now I'm going to draw, this is the center line. I'm going to draw two lines one on each side of the center line about this far away. Okay, and then I'm going to double up on those lines this way and then this way. All right. Now what we need to do is we need to create like these lines going across. There's quite a bit, and so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to draw them like this, kind of from here, just a little bit past each line, or past this line and past this line. And then I give them a little bit of width, so it looks like that. And this is simplifying it a little bit. It's just a very complicated design, and it's just, what it is it's laces. And so if we were to draw like these things going in and out of these, weaving in and out of the page or the fabric, it's going to take a while. So I'm just going to speed it up a little bit by just drawing them as lines going across. All the way till you reach the bottom. Okay, now go back over here, find a spot there, and then find a spot right here. What you want to do is you want to draw this line from there to there, draw it twice. Okay, same thing over here, so right here. And then it's close to this line right here, so it sort of creates like this V. There you go. Then from here, kind of where we drew our chest line, from the bottom of the chest, two lines going out towards the jacket. Like that. Okay, and then we've got from here, this comes out and it's going to go down like this. Okay, from the side, going down, so that you got this part. And then there's another set here and here. That is the inside of the jacket, or that is the corset. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right, so I apologize. I'm going to fix right here actually where the this actually goes like this, and this goes like this, see? And then you got a little bit of a V going across like that. I'm gonna draw another one. Okay, so there's the that line. Real quick, I'm just going to add some lines from the crotch going outward, like this. There you go. So we're pretty much done with the inside part. Now let's do the jacket, and then we'll do the hands a little bit. Okay, so with the jacket, where the waist is, kind of just a little bit above it, I'm going to draw a line here and here. Okay, the lapel actually goes outward, and like find a spot right here. It's actually hard to determine on this picture here, but like from here, I'm going to draw this line going outward, and then it's going to bring it in like that. So this goes out, and then I'm going to bring it in like this. Okay, I'm going to double up on this line here. Okay, so that goes like that. Find a spot here, and then connect this to this. Two lines. Okay, there you go. And then once you have that, what you can do now is kind of fix this right here so it's not like this sloping line, but you want to give it a little bit of texture. So see where the chest is. Here's where the chest is on this side. I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a curve. And then as with the jacket kind of curls and stuff. Here's this seam to the side or to the corner. Here's this seam to the corner. And then right here, I'm going to draw this a little bit more straight. Okay. from here, I'm going to draw, actually, you see the waistline that we did earlier? 2 lines here going across that. And then from here, 2 lines and then across. Okay, so the jacket itself has some texture to it as well. Okay, and then like that. That goes like that. I'm just going to bring this outward like this. Okay. Right here, I would color that black. Here as well. There you go. Starting over here, double up in this line. There you go, there's the jacket. Okay. Zoom in on the arms now. And then the tricky part, which is the fingers. Okay, so seam on the side. And then seam going this way towards the hand. Now what we want to do is we want to create the illusion of fabric. So that's where there would be a lot of folds, and this is where there would be a lot of folds as well. So I'm just creating all these like lines, you see, right in the armpit and right here on the inner part of the elbow. Okay, and then the fabric, as it folds, it sort of creates that line there. And then right here, there. We do the same thing on the other side to even it out. Okay, this goes like this. That's the seam. Again, figure out where the fold is going to be. So it's going to be right here and right here. And then kind of where the fabric starts to fold, it sort of makes that as well. So again, you want to make sure that this side and this side are similar. And then bring it out. There you go. Now it comes down to the arms and the hands. I mean, the hands, let's see, I'm trying to think of like the easiest way to teach this to you guys. And let me just grab the other reference photo that I printed out of this same image. Okay, so you guys can see over here, you see the effects are a little bit different. This one is more of a fireball. This one's like it covers the hand a little bit more. So once we reach this part right here, what we can do is find the wrist first. Okay, there's the wrist part. Let me center this so you guys can see it better. There. Okay, so find this spot right here. So it's going to go like a little bit of a triangle. Actually, think of it as a hot dog that's diagonal. That's probably the easiest way. So I'm trying to teach you guys how to do this part. Okay, she does have gloves. Okay, from this hot dog, we got to divide it. So there's the center. And what needs to come out of that is, like the middle finger needs to come out in a curve like this. Kind of just drawing in a little bit weird here. And then you got your ring finger like this. And then you got your pinky coming out this way. Okay? And then you got your index finger coming out this way. And then from here, I'm going to draw the thumb. Thumb actually comes out higher than the pinky finger, and it looks weird, but I'm just going to draw it like this. It looks like that. You see how weird that looks? It's because of the angle of the fingers. This in itself is like something that would take a long time for me to teach you if I were to teach you guys how to effectively draw this part. But we're trying to draw the fingers as if they were looking forward like this. Now this right here is kind of difficult to teach you guys how to draw because of the way that it's angled towards the camera. Okay, so if it looks like this, that is fine. Now let's fix it up so that it looks a little bit better. Okay, so you guys can see that's what it looks like. So, you know, zoom in as much as I can. All right, so let's close this off and let's give her some fingerless gloves. So here, here, and here. and right here. So the base of it, and then this right here, it's all gonna be glove. Okay, I'm gonna give her some knuckles, like that. There's a little strap sticking out like that. Okay, each individual finger, oh yeah, the thumb also has, there you go. Each individual finger, let's kind of draw it a little bit better. There's the pinky. There's the ring finger. Now imagine it's divided, so the pinky is divided like this. Pinky is divided like that. Middle finger's gonna be 1, 2. Looks like this. And then you got your pointer finger that's gonna be divided like that. And where you see the division, it's got a bit of a curve to it. So try to do that as much as you can. Okay, and then you got your thumb. Looks like this. That's what it looks like. Okay, that's what it looks like. I mean, that's what it looks like here, but what we're going to do is we're going to sort of mask the inner part with a ball so that all we see are like the outer parts of the hand. Okay, so we're going to create like this effect. It looks like she's holding like this fireball. And what I'm going to do probably is I'm going to make like this spiral effect first. And then with like this smoky effect coming out of it, like that. So it looks like, you know, energy effects. And it's going to cover the inside part, so all you kind of see are like the outlines of the fingers. There you go. I mean, that looks weird. It really does. And even to me, it looks kind of weird. So if you guys can make this look a little bit better, that would be good, because I apologize, even mine looks horrendous right now. Okay, there you go. Tricky, tricky. Okay, let's go on the other side and let's do something similar, hopefully a little bit better. Let's bring that over here. Okay, so over here you see the palm. So I'm going to close this off. There's the wrist. And with the wrist, what you see, what you get is like this right here. So it's her hand, but it's curved. Okay, and then you see the hot dog, I called it. It's going to look like that. Okay, and then you got the thumb over here. How does that look like a hand? Let me show you. Okay, divide that so that you got like different parts for the finger. Remember, you're looking at like the back of the hand as well. So there's a little bit of padding right here in the back of the hand. I'm just going to add that. You guys can see right here, sort of. Simplifying. Okay, now this one is tricky. You guys can see right here, it's pointing this way. So actually it looks like that. Okay, and then this one is going to be this way. Does not look like fingers, does it? Okay, this one is bent. So you guys can see she's actually bending her finger, and it looks like this. Okay, so looks like that. And then you got this one pointing straight out. That one's fairly easy. Okay, there you go. I mean, if you look at it, it looks ridiculous. There you go. Yeah, this is sort of the reason why I like to avoid fingers, drawing hands and fingers, because I just can't give it the time and energy that I should be putting into it. Okay, this goes like this. And then the thumb kind of just goes out like that and goes in. Okay. Once you have that, you guys, then let's kind of do something similar. See how even that in itself isn't the best, but we're going to mask it. We're going to hide it with a ball. And if you guys are a little bit, I mean, one way to cheat, I wouldn't call it like a bad thing, but one way to get away with the hands is if you cover the whole hand with like the ball effect, like her magic effects, that's fine. Okay, again, I'm going to erase the inside of it. I'm going to create like this spirally looking thing with the effects kind of flaming out of it like that, like a fireball. There you go. So that's it, you guys. And once you have that, just clean up your paper, zoom out, and there we go. There is our Scarlet Witch drawing. Hope you guys were successful in this one, even though, I mean, remember I said it's not about making it look like Elizabeth Olsen. There you go. And I mean, the hands are tricky. If you guys can do it, then by all means, that's awesome. And if you guys feel like the hands could be a little bit better, don't worry, just keep practicing, because even people like me who's been doing this for a while, I still struggle with the hands. All right, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll catch you in the next tutorial. And that is all the time that we have for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way to the very end. I hope you guys are very proud of your drawings. If you are, I would love to see them, so please head on over to the Google Plus community and to Instagram and post your artwork there and tag me so that I can see it as well. If you guys are ever curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a link to those in the description below, so be sure to check that out. If you feel like being extra generous, I have links in the description on different ways that you can help support this channel. Your contributions go a long way in ensuring that I can make content like this for free for you guys, so I appreciate your consideration. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you, number one, liked this video, commented down below, and most especially if you shared this with your friends in your social media. And of course, speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google+, and of course on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of the tutorial that's here on this video. Again, you guys, all of the links to all of those are in the description, so be sure to read it. Finally, thank you once again for watching. I will see you guys next time, and don't forget, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. Take care.